welcome back to the Covert Report with Susan Lindauer and my guest today, Al Fatah, who is a Libyan woman, a professional, highly educated, one of the best educations, the best education money could buy on this planet. A supremely credible source, and a very dear friend of mine. I'm sorry I haven't spoken to you in so long. So much has been going on. I want to, for a moment, take our listeners back to the first days of the Arab Spring. This was fomented by, I want to say something to you because some of you may have forgotten key details. Before the Arab Spring, Hillary Clinton called back all ambassadors. She was the Secretary of State, and she summoned all the ambassadors and senior diplomats back to the State Department for a major conference. Okay, and that is ambassador and top staff. That the senior diplomatic corps was summoned back to Washington for a major powwow, and the next thing you knew, this Arab Spring was happening, and it was called the Green Revolution. I always thought that was funny because it was green, all right. It was paid for by greenbacks, American greenback dollars. A lot of liberals at the time got very defensive, and they swore up and down, no, 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 these are just people who want change, and America, the CIA is not involved. I heard liberals say this. I was like, you are naive. If you don't know that the Americans' hands are all over this thing, then you don't know what the heck's going on. And we are the authors of the Arab Spring. We fomented it. We paid for it, just like Ukraine. And again and again and again, I'm gonna go on record disputing some of you. I think Washington is one of the stupidest places on the planet.
No, they're psychopaths.
They're psychopaths. Yes, Al Fatah, psychopaths. They are psychopaths.
And terrorists.
And terrorists. And psychopaths and terrorists, extraordinary liars. They lie to themselves more than anybody else.
You tend to forget, Susan, that Obama authorized the CIA to go into Libya openly in the early 2011. You tend to forget that McCain also...
Oh, I don't forget that. No, I remember it. Yeah, I remember vividly.
Okay.
I remember vividly. I will tell you a story, Al-Fatah. I was meeting the Libyan ambassador. I was attending a meeting in his office in Washington, the office of the Libyan ambassador, and he and I watched the resignation of Hosni Mubarak, president of Egypt, on television, on Al Jazeera, satellite TV.
Yeah, that ambassador was working with the CIA at the time.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you something. Libya was declared a failed state from the entire time the GNC was the installed puppet government of the USA in 2011. Made up mostly by Muslim Brotherhood. They lost Egypt, and Obama, being a Muslim Brotherhood, does not want them to lose the wealth of Libya. I have in written papers that Obama recently told the GNC in Tripoli, if they would take control of the oil fields, he would recognize them as the legitimate government. That is what they tried in October, November in Al Sidra, which is near Sirte.
Yes.
Now, let's put things into perspective. Obama is just a puppet. It's not him. Somebody else tells him to do what he has to do.
He's an empty suit. He's like a monkey.
Yeah, okay.
A monkey that's insulting to monkeys is the problem.
Well, the man, it takes orders. I don't think his IQ is enough to be a president I put him at the same level as Reagan. So, and that says a lot of how low I thought of Reagan. So, coming back to it, is Muslim Brotherhood. This is the order by the Zionists or by the elitists or by Bilderberg or by whoever who wants to, the New World Order, wants Muslim Brotherhood to be in north of Africa. That is the directive orders. Now, unfortunately, they are having a big problem with Libya. They had the problem with Egypt. Now they're having a big problem with Libya because the masses cannot accept them, will not accept them. We were never a fanatic people. We were never, especially religiously, we were quite people, liberal people, going forward to the 20th and 21st century. So, this all fanatics, Islamists, takfirs that I call them, because they have no religion. Their only religion is money and has nothing to do with Allah or God or whatever name you want to give it. And of course, to create a war between the Christians and Muslims. This Islamophobia practice has been done since 9/11. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of Muslim people, simple Muslim people, get killed by other fanatics, Christians or Jews or whatever other religion there is, that because they are afraid, they have been manipulated that all Muslims are jihadists. And one person who is a real danger to society is Claire Lopez, an ex-CIA lady. She's written books. She thinks she knows the Quran very well. She believes that all Muslims are a hateful people, and they think of only the war. And of course, her mission for the Benghazi Gate scandal was to cover up the CIA mess. So, putting those facts in perspective and explaining that the things in Libya are not as easy as the expatriates, the 200,000 expatriates who went to Obama and Hillary and to every shit person that thinks could control Libya, that they could come over and kill us. They did that, but we still survived it, and we are coming stronger. We are 8,000 years old as a population. We, in our DNA, we are fighting, and we will continue fighting to take all those colonizers out. Coming to Deborah Jones, she does not recognize the tribes. She dismisses them and says that the Libyans need to work in democracy and forget the tribes.
Boy, that's ridiculous. That's like trying to eradicate a cultural identity that exists at the core of the country.
The tribes now are very strong in Libya, and Deborah Jones does not have a clue about who or what Libya or her people are. By the way, when she came out and she said that the Libyan Dawn is protecting the American embassy, I have a video and pictures that they stole everything from inside the American her house where she was living. So they
stole everything out of her house.
Yes, everything. There is nothing left. Even the coffee pot they took away. So and they urinated in the swimming pool.
That was right. That's right. That's the big party they had.
Yes.
They threw a wild. Yes. They threw a wild party. They were.
Your American ambassador is protecting these gangs. She is saying that Libyan Dawn are good people. The unfortunate is that when she escaped with her clothes on her back and with 2 tomahawks on top of her to get out to go to Tunis, she was not raped. I wish they had raped her. so she could feel the same pain that Libyan women have felt for the last 4 years.
Because Libyan women, people, this is the problem. They use this, Obama used that story of rape to say of the rapes by Gaddafi soldiers of Libyan women, which is just ridiculous garbage. It was absolutely false.
They're coming
The problem is that now it is happening. Now it is real.
Gaddafi, before he was killed, he said that every single person who took part in destroying Libya will pay for it with his life. Sarkozy lost his presidency. He's in court, and we are sending all the papers that we financed his presidency in France. Cameron is losing. Obama is going down with the Benghazi Gate. Hillary will never be elected.
That's right. This is one of the greatest. This fiasco might even be worse than it's a debate whether this is even worse than the Iraqi war, the original Iraqi war.
It is because no one, not even me, expected that we would stand up on a NATO force, and from April till October, they were bombing us 24/7, morning, lunch, and night.
God.
For 8 months, they were bombing us, and we stood up. We didn't give up.
Yes.
The rebels would never have entered. The rebels would have never, ever got even as far as 1 kilometer had it not been NATO bombing us from the morning till the night. 3 ambassadors that I know in Libya, that they were there at the time, one got diabetes out of this bombing continuously every day. Another one, he's gone into the sanitarium. He's nearly lost his mind.
You mean ambassadors, meaning U.S. ambassadors, or do you mean
foreign
ambassadors, European ambassadors?
Yes, as you know, my connections are all over the place in Libya.
Yes.
So I have a lot of connections, and I talk with a lot of ambassadors. Many people trust me with many top secret levels. So from then on,
Yes.
I had all the information. I never worked with Gaddafi, and I was not paid or educated by Gaddafi. I was educated by my father. My father was a financier, and he sent me to the best schools. And all my connections and the know-how, what I know of what I do, is done solely by my father. If I'm not protecting Gaddafi, I couldn't give a shit about him. As far as I'm concerned about Libya and the Libyan people. If Gaddafi was what I mean is that Gaddafi had protected the country, yes, I would vote for him. If he was, if it's some other leader who's better than Gaddafi, yes, why not? I'll still protect him. But I will not protect gangs who are being installed just for the sake of stealing oil and bringing Libya down to its knees. The plan of Libya is to be divided into 3 pieces like in Sudan. America did that, not Sudanese people. The Americans did it. When you come with a pile of money and sacks of money and the economic hitmen that they come into your country, and you tell them you can have as much money, what do you think will happen? It will destroy them. No one is innocent. Everybody loves power.
Mm-hmm. That's